Hello. Put my microphone up a little. No. Okay. So nice to see you. Can you hear me okay? Yeah, great. Hi. Hi. We've got a couple of minutes till we start. If you did want to jump on and say hi and where you are currently and how you're going, we'll also have time for check-in at the end. So what I'll do is we'll take about 15-20 minutes for a practice and then have about 10 minutes or so for some sharing and check-in for anybody who wants to stick around for that. But if you did want to jump on and say hi, very welcome to while we're waiting. Leanne, it looks like you're speaking, but I can't hear you. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. Now I think as I had it. Do you want to try? Here we go. There we go. Hi.
Back.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing this with us. It's a luxury to have you being able to be in our lounge rooms or wherever.
It's nice for me too. It's so nice.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Maddie. How are you?
Good. Still adjusting. It's a bit weird at the moment.
Isn't it?
Yeah. How about you? Where are you?
I'm in the Dandenongs. I'm in the forest, but it's lovely. I feel really grateful to be here, and yeah,
Really nice.
yeah. So we might start with the practice, and just to let you know that this is, as you would know, streaming on Facebook as well, and it'll be recorded there. So it's really up to you as much as you'd like to have your video on or off. And hey, Kate. And using this as an opportunity today, I don't know if you saw, but I shared that this practice today would be a little bit around breath and beauty, and that we might start this practice with a practice that we sometimes call external orienting. Oh, I got a furry friend there. That's so nice. And a way of just really slowing down to notice where you are and paying attention to where you are. So one way that you might like to do this is to imagine that your eyes and your head have a mind of their own, and let them go for a wander around the space that you're in. And so you're just slowing down enough to shift your attention outwards and to take in colors and shapes and forms that are around you. And as your eyes are wandering around the room, perhaps they'll land on something that feels pleasing to look at, or something that is a little piece of beauty. And if you have landed on something that gives you that sense of beauty, or it's just enjoyable to look at, you might notice for yourself, what is enjoyable about it? What is it that you like about this thing? And as you might be noticing what you like about this object that you're looking at, perhaps you might also notice any sensations that you feel inside your body as you're looking at it. So this is one way of maybe knowing or tapping into how you know that it's pleasing to look at. What are the signals that your body is giving you that let you know, oh, I like this? It might be a particular place in your body that you feel it. It may be really obvious or it may be subtle. Some of you might not be noticing sensation at all, and that's really welcome too. And then at any time, you're welcome to let your attention come back towards a place of center. And maybe bringing awareness to your body and where your body is making contact with the surface that you're sitting on. And to know that you're welcome to be seated, or standing, or lying down. You could shift your position at any time as well. So taking a few moments here to shift attention from outside to your body. Noticing those places of contact. Maybe what the texture or quality of that contact is. Perhaps noticing a sense of weight or pressure. There might be sensation of temperature, warmth, or cool. And if it's helpful, you might also use a little bit of movement, maybe rocking side to side or front to back, to help you become a little more aware of that sensation of connection with the ground beneath you. Knowing that stillness is really welcome at any time too. Maybe noticing if that helps you to find a sense of grounding or a sense of arriving in this moment, in the place that you're in your body, in your awareness. Maybe turning your attention to notice your breathing. And as you do that, just to preface by saying that noticing the breath or working with breath is sometimes challenging or not useful for some people or at different times. So as we move into exploring a breath practice, know that if it doesn't feel useful for you at any time, you might return to one of the earlier practices, maybe looking around the room for external orienting, maybe noticing the connection of your body meeting the surface beneath you. But if it is interesting for you to explore your breath a little and connect with your breath, then one way to do this, using a little bit of touch and a little bit of pressure to help to find your breath and also maybe work with soothing or calming your breath a little. So you might place one hand onto your chest. And it's up to you if you leave your other hand resting in your lap or on the floor, or if you would also like to place that other hand somewhere on your body. That's your choice. Paying a little more attention to the hand that is on your chest. And each time that you breathe out, just using about 5% pressure of your hand on your chest. So you give a gentle press. And then as you breathe in, releasing that pressure. And so with each breath out, a soft press, just about 5% of effort. Letting that soften and release on your in-breath. You could do this for maybe about a minute here, knowing that you're welcome to take a pause or to stop at any time. If the practice doesn't feel useful, or it feels triggering for you in any way, you're welcome any time to stop or pause. With each breath out, maybe that gentle press, 5% effort. Letting that soften as you breathe in. There's no need to control your breath here or to do anything special with your breath. Just adding in the press on your exhalation. You might notice as you do this that perhaps your breath shifts or changes in some way by itself. You might find that there's no change, and that's really fine too. You're welcome to pause or stop at any time. Maybe taking up to 5 more rounds of breath like this. And everything I offer is just an invitation. And once you feel complete with this breath practice, welcome to let it go. That might be releasing your hands down or maybe leaving them where they are if you prefer. Maybe allowing your breath to find its own natural rhythm again. And simply noticing and being aware of the movement of your breath, the quality of your breath. Remembering if any time it feels too much to pay attention to your breath, you're welcome to come back to one of the other practices, maybe of external orienting, looking around the room, and being aware of your body in connection with the ground beneath you. And if you are noticing your breath, and possibly listening in for any shifts or changes in your breath. And there's no right or wrong way to be breathing. Noticing any potential impacts of the practice. And from here, if you'd like to explore another breath practice, you're welcome to join in with me. You're also really welcome as we layer things up to work with any of the previous practices that we've been working with. Now, if you would like to join in another breath practice, we combine movement and alternate nostril breathing. So this is a Tibetan version of alternate nostril breathing that I've adapted a little bit further. I also wanted to say that this practice of the press with the breath, that comes from my dear friend and teacher Amber Gray as a resourcing breath practice. So if you're following along and you'd like to join in this movement breath practice, this can be soothing and balancing and calming. So we are working with alternate nostril breathing, which can help to balance left and right hemispheres of the brain and the body. So, and again, just to say that for each person, each practice will have a different effect, and it may be different day to day. So there's a general experience perhaps, or a general intention of the practice, but the actual outcome of the practice and your experience of it will be unique to you. So if you don't feel calm or balanced through this practice, know that your experience is really valid, and we'll have a moment to check in afterwards as well if you're live on the Zoom call. So if you'd like to join in and try this Tibetan alternate nostril breathing, you could start with left or right hand, either way. And as you breathe in, making a circle with that arm and bringing one of your fingers to rest on the nostril and exhaling out through that one nostril. When you're ready to inhale, release that arm down and inhale, circling the other arm up. Sealing your opposite nostril and exhaling here. Releasing your hand to inhale, circling your other arm. Sealing the nostril and exhaling. And continuing in your own time and your own rhythm. If it feels helpful, you could follow along with my pace or find your own. Letting the rhythm of your own breath guide you. And in that way, you're honoring your own body, your own rhythms. It could be that you're moving or breathing faster or slower than me or anyone else here. As with any of these practices, you're welcome to take a pause or stop at any time for any reason. Otherwise, we have the opportunity to continue with this practice for about 3 more minutes, so a little bit of a longer practice. Remembering that it's your body and your breath, and you're in charge of your own practice. If you are continuing with this practice for a little longer, if it's interesting to you, an option is to add a little bit of length to your exhalation. When we add length to the exhalation, this tends to turn on the parasympathetic nervous system. You'll rest and digest. Sends a signal to your brain that you're safe, relatively safe. It's okay to be at rest. It can help with slowing down a little, maybe finding a bit more of a sense of calm or ease. But if you do try extending your exhalation and you find that it's stressful or agitating, and again, listen to your own body. And come back to a rhythm of breathing that feels supportive for you. At any time, you're welcome to take a rest or pause, or the opportunity to continue together for about 1 more minute. And if you're still going with the practice, maybe taking one more full cycle on each side. And once you're complete, letting that practice go, allowing your arms and hands to rest. And perhaps again, offering a moment for yourself to check in and to tune in with any changes that you notice. Maybe a shift in your breath, its quality or pace, or even your capacity to notice your breath. Or perhaps you're noticing sensations in your body, any type of sensation, without judging, maybe gross or subtle, pleasant or unpleasant. A moment of being the loving witness to your own experience. And if your eyes are closed, you're welcome to open them as we bring the practice part to a close together. For those who may be watching on Facebook Live, this is a moment you're welcome, of course, to keep watching and listening. But if you wanted to go, the practice is complete, and we'll shift gears a little to a little bit of conversation and check in with those who are live on the Zoom call. And I wanted to open up these next 10 minutes for those who are here live. And thank you so much for being here all together. A couple of things, so just as a bit of a theme for today, if you wanted to work with that, if you had any questions come up about the practice or reflections you wanted to share, you're so welcome to share that. And in the theme of beauty, I thought also if you wanted to share something that you've been appreciating, whatever circumstances you might be in, just to time out to notice a little bit of beauty and to share that. For me, I'll actually bring them over. A friend dropped over a guitar for me the other day. I reached out and I was like, I've got a spare guitar so I can play some music. And she brought it over with these beautiful little roses from her garden. So for me, this is, it's both beauty, like physical beauty, natural beauty, and also just the beauty of friendship and generosity too. I was contemplating on that as I put the theme together for today. So I'm going to open it up. You're welcome to share. You're welcome just to unmute yourself if you want to share something or ask questions.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, it's Ria, all the way from Manila. I just wanted to say thank you for having this circle or this thing going on right now. Today, I really was just reflecting on how good it feels to breathe. Back in Manila, we're 2 weeks into community quarantine. So we've really been locked in. And I was already feeling a little, cooped up physically, mentally, and even the breath was feeling that way. So the practice really was very helpful for me today. And in the start, when we were invited to look for something of beauty, my eyes landed on a picture of trees and the sky. And it's something I'm missing, I suppose. I mean, yes, I can go up to the yard, but it's not the same, right? So there's that. So that was a piece of beauty and connection for me, and it's really that sense of the power of just being able to breathe, and I'm really grateful for that today. Thanks for this and for allowing me to share, and I'll be joining you again soon.
Great. Thank you so much, Ria. It's so nice to be able to share with you. And yeah, I really feel it for you and your community in Manila.
Thank you.
Hey Mei Lai, it's Kate. I just wanted to also thank you so much for this practice. It's just beautiful. So I'm grateful to be safe, housed, fed and clothed. So not everyone has that opportunity. So in a way we are very lucky to be contained in a safe space, even though it may not be what we want, but maybe it could be what we need. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. So nice to see you, Kate, too.
Hi, it's Leanne. Thanks, Mei Lai. I've been reflecting on how the city is just starting to get quiet, and there's just so much beauty in the quiet that's starting to unfold. And I'm hearing more birds, and I'm hearing sounds around that normally get drowned out by traffic and by other city sounds. So it's kind of lovely being surrounded by this reawakening of nature sounds. It's lovely.
So beautiful. I've been watching like Venice and the canals being clear and the pollution disappearing over China and so many other places, and hearing people talk about the earth having a space to breathe, nature's call of kind of just like, give me a break. And unfortunately for us, this is what it looks like, but there's so much else. Nature is thriving because of that. Thank you for that reflection.
I've been like, because I don't have a backyard, I don't know, can you guys see me? So we're on the second floor, and I've been like repotting all of my plants, but finding a lot of joy in my socks, which I also got from a friend at Christmas time, and suddenly realizing how much nicer it is to have really good socks and to like put on comfortable clothes in the day now that we have to stay indoors, and doing little things to make the day, give it a rhythm or something that doesn't just let it float away. Thank you, Mei Lai. It was so nice to see you again as well, and to hear your voice. It's really
nice. Thanks for showing us your socks. What are the pictures? What's on them?
They're jelly beans.
Oh, sweetness.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been getting so much joy out of them. Yeah.
Does anybody else on the call feel to share, knowing that it's absolutely optional? I just want to open up that possibility.
Hi, Mei Lai, Nicole. So as you would know, because you spent like a month here in beautiful Byron Bay, I have really been appreciating the beauty of this town that I get to call home, and seeing it as it shifts through its seasons. And I've had some incredibly beautiful days the last few days where summer just continues, but I can feel that it's shifting, and just kind of noticing those subtle shifts as we move through the seasons. And as you know, I'm such an ocean girl, and kind of noticing the coolness of the water starting to creep in and appreciating that beauty. So I don't know if I'm meant to be going outside, but I can't be kept out of the water. So I am still going for my daily ocean dips and starting my morning in the ocean, and will forever appreciate the beauty of that place.
So beautiful. Thank you. But I feel like I'm there too. To describe it. And I I still feel like it's important for us to find what we can that nourishes us. Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to say hi. It's so nice to see you. It's been so long. And no pressure to share it all, but just to say hello. And same with Vivian. I can see that your name is up on the screen. I know you've got your video off, but hi. So nice to be in space with you. Cyberspace. Well, if there's nothing else that wants to be shared here, we'll wrap up for today. Thank you so much for joining. These practices on Facebook Live, they are recorded, so you can also go back and watch the recording or jump on and watch the recording if you weren't able to make it live. Tomorrow morning, and I'm trialing the times at the moment, knowing that it's shifting. I'm trying to find time for Australia and Europe and different places around the world so different people can join. Tomorrow morning, it's going to be at 7 a.m. I'm a little bit like, oh, it's early because it's so cold. But let's see how that goes. You're so welcome to join. And yeah, I'll post updates on the website, on the Yoga for Humankind website and Instagram if there are changes to the schedule. Thank you so much for sharing. It's also, it's so beautiful. It's like a gift that also gives back for me to feel like I'm in community and to be able to share together in this way. So I hope I see you again soon. Be well and stay safe in the meantime, and sending lots of love to you and your loved ones and all the people out there who need the love and support and nourishment too. Bye.